Yo. What's good, what's good? So in this video, I'm gonna be basically showing y'all how to find untapped angles and how to take a competitor's angle and then bend it over to yours. But if you don't know who I am, I'm Therese, by the way. So before we get into this video, I want to basically tell y'all. So if y'all are tired of being stuck at 2K views and you basically want to get your video retested more and you want to get engaged, state the watch like this. So this video may be for you. So the things is what you want to do next is you basically want to have your channel DNA, right? You want to have your channel DNA, and the next thing you want to do is we're going to be using this prompt over here. So we're going to be smoothly using this prompt right here. So what this prompt is basically for is this is basically we're going to be using browse you. So like I said, we're going to be using this prompt. So if you guys basically has posted multiple videos and they basically flop, so I'm going to show you what I mean by flop so I can actually show you proof. So if you have posted multiple videos and they have went nowhere, and you think that you failed, or you think that it's a mistake you made, sometimes it's just the ideas you pick. So sometimes like the ideas AI recommend you is bad, and I'm gonna basically show y'all the real secret on how to improve these views. So how to get these views. So what we basically want to do is we basically want to go to one of our competitors' videos. So you see right here. So what we don't want to do is we basically want to copy this title of search. So I'm just gonna copy this title of search, and we want to basically take out this word. So the real life of under. So we just want to take out this word, right? We want to take out the starting title because the angle is more likely what made his title value. So we go to this right here. You see, we start with this merchant. So you see, if we go to this keyword, we could basically give AI our competitor's angle, and it's going to basically find everything in search. If it sees everything of multiple channels, so also here's my way of doing it. So guys, here's my way of doing it. So I'm gonna basically just create a new document link, and this document link will be in the description where you could go ahead and check it out. So if you want to check it out, you basically go ahead. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to just copy and paste this right here, and next thing what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to copy and paste everything from Lady Search. So what this is everything from search. So I'm gonna basically just go to here, and we want to avoid going in the angles where like a lot of verified channels are basically packed. So it's going to better our chance. So what I'm gonna basically do is I'm gonna copy this right here. I'm gonna just copy this, and I'm gonna basically just paste it. So yeah, I'm gonna just copy this right here, and I'm gonna just paste it. So, and I'm using Google Docs, by the way. So yeah, all right. So I'm gonna just go right. I'm gonna just copy and paste it. Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically go back to that competitor's title. So I'm gonna go to his. You want to find one with over 500,000 views. It cannot have under 500 views, 5K, 1K, 2K. It has to be having 500K plus or 1 million. So that's the amount of views you want to look for. So when I mean multiple angles, I mean you gotta see in search. So if you type this right here as title in search, if there's multiple channels using the same word, so you see. So if they're using the same ending angle right here, if they're multiple channels using the same word, that means now that angle is basically oversaturated. So what we didn't do is we basically pick a way new better angle, but we keep the most important keyword. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So I'm gonna basically just go here. I'm gonna just copy and paste this right here. So I'm gonna just copy and paste this right here. So yeah. So we're not gonna worry about this black. I'm gonna basically show you how to uncheck all that. So yeah, so if this basically happened to y'all and this is check, I'm gonna basically show you how to go through and uncheck this. So yeah, so yeah. All right, so what we basically do is we come straight to the bottom. And we will just copy this prompt, and I'm gonna show you all the next things with this. So stay tuned. So yeah. So next steps is we're gonna do. We're just gonna delete this. We're just gonna delete this data, and we need to make it easier for the AI to read. So reason why I'm saying that because we want to make it so easier for the AI to read. We don't want to overcomplicate the process or make things hard where the AI can't basically read it. So yeah. So the tool we're using today is browse view. So what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna basically come over to this. I'm gonna just copy this. So I'm gonna just go over to here. I'm gonna just not paste it. All right. So and it happened again. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna highlight all this right here. Highlight all this. And we just want to remove the line, remove the black line in here. So we're going to highlight all this, and we just want to go through and just remove the line. So what I mean by removing the line, I'm going to basically show you what I mean. So yeah, so we just want to highlight all this right here. So we're smoothly doing, and like I said, you want to make sure that you spend your time when it comes to audiation, because audiation is really important because it only takes you one viral hit. If you have that one viral video, that whole viral video could change the whole channel of itself. So yeah. So like I said, you want to make sure that you're taking ideation really serious, because it only, like I said again, and I'm gonna repeat this again, I'm gonna say again, it only takes one outlier. Your outlier could bring you 1K subs. Your outlier could change your whole channel for itself. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna basically go back over this. All right, so we just want to uncheck this. So we just want to uncheck all this right here, none. We want to go to here. So we want to just do this black. All right, so what I'm gonna just do is delete this. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna now just go over to Notepad. So I'm gonna just go to Notepad, smoothly Notepad, open up like a normal note. So I'm gonna just go to Google, and I'm gonna just go to a normal Notepad. So and it's free for us to use. So yes, I'm gonna go to Notepad. All right, so I'm just gonna paste this here. All right, so we just pasted all this data here. So you guys see we just paste literally all this data here. So I'm gonna exit that. All right, what I'm basically gonna do is select all. I'm gonna basically copy this. I'm gonna now just paste this here. So I'm gonna now just paste all this data here that we literally just copied from search from our channel. So what I'm basically gonna do now is go over to the most important part of the keyword. So, and I'm gonna do this a few times. So I'm gonna basically delete that, and we're gonna leave this part right. So we're gonna do this part as well, just so we maximize our chances. So we're gonna do the circles under easy. So we wanna go to videos, and we basically wanna copy everything we see in search. So we just want to copy everything we see in search again. And like I said, this will basically maximize our chances. So we could basically go viral. So yeah, so I'm going to basically just copy everything in search right here. And we're going to go to copy. We're going to basically go back over to here. We're going to just delete it. So I'm going to go to edit right here, select all, and delete. And then like I said, guys, it's going to better our chances so we can basically go viral. So I'm going to go to copy again. I'm going to now basically paste that. And like I said, if there's multiple, so what this prompt is going to do, it's going to explain today, if there's multiple channels doing like the same wording, we're not gonna go to a new angle. So yeah, so I'm gonna basically now just go over to this right here. I'm gonna just go hit the arrow, and it's gonna take me back. So yeah, so it's gonna take me back again, and we're left with this. So what I'm also gonna do is do sorts. So you see right here, 29,000 views, 88. So what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna basically come to this part right here. I'm going to just copy everything from the screen. I'm going to just copy everything we see from the screen. Just copy everything we see from the screen. So what this does is right here, just maximize our chances so we could basically go viral. So now I want to explain this to again, that shorts and long form is two different audiences. So yeah, so shorts has its own audience, long form has its own audience. So yeah, so I'm going to go to select all. I'm going to basically copy this, and I'm going to basically go over there. So I'm going to paste it. So this video is for long form creators and short form creators. So this is going to basically better your audiation process. So what I'm going to do is now scroll up. I'm going to basically say for results. So I'm going to say results for ideation for a military channel. All right. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to basically come over here to BattleMind, and I want to show you guys something. So I'm going to come over to BattleMind TV. Like I said, I want to show you guys something. So you don't need no hard editing. You don't got to stress over hard editing. What you got to do is better your ideation. So yeah, so you want to have better ideation. So we're going to go to videos. We're going to basically go to BattleMind TV. BattleMind TV. Alright, so we're just going to open this channel up right here. And I'm smoothly just going to go to his shorts. Because these are shorts created, he doesn't do long form. So I'm going to basically go to shorts, and you can see that if we go to his most popular, we want to look for most popular. If we basically go to these angles right here, so I want to show y'all something. So what I basically seen right here, let's go down to his 300,000 view one. So what I basically seen right here that nobody actually talked about was this right. So I'm gonna basically just copy this right here. Copy this title itself.
What happened to German U-boats after World War II? When Germany surrendered.
All right, so y'all can see right here, this video has no horror edited into it. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to these three dots, and I'm basically gonna. So let me go ahead and put my light on so I can see my face better. But yeah, so what I'm basically gonna do is hit these three dots.
In May 1945.
I'm gonna just hit this arrow again, and I'm gonna just scroll up. I'm gonna just go through these three dots again. I'm gonna just copy this. All right, so I'm gonna just copy this and search, and now I'm gonna just go ahead and paste it. So I'm gonna remove this views right here because we don't care about that. All right, so what I basically want to point out to y'all is if we go to right here search, so if we go to search this title, you can see that there's only one channel right here that uses exact angle. So that's what we're looking for. We don't want to see like where multiple channels use the same exact angle. So yeah, so what I'm gonna smoothly do is you can see like how their angles are basically different over here using the words, but is basically different. So we don't want to see like the same wording where they're using the same exact wording, same angle. So because it will make it harder for the algorithm to recommend our video quicker. So yeah, so I'm gonna basically just go over the videos. And I'm sorry if y'all hear that noise. It's my cousin in the background. He has a disability problem, and I already told y'all my last videos about him. So he lives with my grandma. My grandma been taking care of him because basically when he was little, his mom and his dad left him. So his mom and his dad's deaf. They have mental issues, mental problems. So yeah. So my grandma is taking care of him, which yeah, cause he was basically left to go to a foster home where he had to go to a new family. So yeah. So. And he's bad, by the way. So in his head, he thinks different. So he can't really. He's not verbal. So yeah. So like I said, it's him in the background. So yeah, I hear. But yeah. But I'm gonna just go to paste right here. I'm gonna just paste this, and I'm gonna just select all, and I'm gonna basically paste this here. All right. So what I'm basically gonna do is go to U-boats. So this right here is what we call the angle part. So this is called the angle part. So it's right here, chat is basically called an angle. So we're going to go to U-boats. We're just going to copy it. And we're basically going to go to U-boats, disappear after World War II. So easy right here, videos. We basically just want to go to videos again. We just want to copy everything we see in search. Everything we see in search right here, we just want to go ahead and copy it. So you can see, so we see 1.5 million. So the reason why these channels basically fell because their packaging wasn't as good. So their angles like wasn't so you see right here what happened to the German. So this right here is like curiosity driven. So this gets this view like, oh, what's happening? So yeah, so I'm gonna basically go to this right here. I'm gonna just copy everything right here from search. And yeah, I'm gonna just copy everything from search. And it's important that y'all just go ahead and do this because like I said, this will maximize your chances of you to go viral. So I'm gonna just come over delete. I'm gonna just go to paste, edit, select all. Copy. I'm gonna go back to this and I'm gonna paste it. So now we just have that. So alright. So what I'm also gonna do too is we're not gonna worry about the starting words because the starting words wasn't the reason why it went viral. The reason why it went viral because of the angle. So we want to see multiple channels basically winning, but we don't want to see multiple channels using the same wording. So yeah. So if they're using the same wording, that now become an issue for us, and we don't want to cause it down the road. So what I'm basically gonna do is go back to my work chat. I'm basically gonna copy this. And I'm basically just gonna paste this here. So what this is gonna do, this is gonna maximize our chances so we can basically go viral. So you see right here, so you see right here, you just copy it and paste it. So you see we find good opportunities under 5 to 7 strong channels have potential sweet spot. So yeah, so they can be using the same exact wording in the same search. So what I'm basically gonna do is go to download. I'm gonna go over to I'm gonna just do docx, and I'm gonna just go to a brand new chat. So I'm gonna just go to here, and if we can find a folder where we could basically use, we're gonna basically alright. I'm gonna basically go there. I'm gonna go to browse views. So hopefully that this don't give us issues. Browse views. We're gonna use browse views. Browse views. Alright, browseviews.com. Alright, so we just want to go to get started. I mean, now I just want to log into this. So if it, like I said, if this usage is taken up, we're just gonna create a whole new browser user account, and I'm gonna show you how to use it from there. So yeah, hopefully it don't hit us with usage issues, and yeah. So we need this to be quick. All right, so what we're basically gonna do is we're basically gonna go back to here, and we just want to plainly just go to this thing right here. We just want to go to results. We're gonna basically drag it into here. So we're gonna drag it into this thing. So we'll go to here. We're gonna open this up, and we're basically gonna drag this file right here. All right, so we're gonna basically drag the file in the browse use. And yeah, so we're gonna drag it. All right. Also, what we're now gonna basically do is we're gonna basically get our channel DNA. So if you don't know what the file name for our channel DNA is basically our identity to our channel, and it trains the AI so we could basically have ideas coming out for the direct order. So what content pillars is keywords that for our channel that align with our channel, so AI don't feel confused and they don't come out with the wrong ideas. So like I said, it's great to have content pillars and wonderful title format, so we don't change none of this. All right, so what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna basically come over this right. So this right here is basically hook wonderful hook, repeatable hook type. So yeah, so what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna basically come over to this right here file, and also I'm gonna basically go to download.x, and what I'm basically gonna do is alright, so it's important that you listen to everything I say. So if we go to combat right here, channel DNA, if we just open this up right here, channel DNA for scripts. Alright, so this right here is where we have all of our information, basically for how our scripts are supposed to come out. So if we open this folder up right here, so what we basically want to do is I'm going to basically copy, because I probably forgot to put it. Alright, so this right here is basically our script structure. So this is more important than anything. So what's most important is your structure. So you want to make sure that you have your structure, and yeah, so hook, background, right? So this right here is basically our hook structure. So we're basically going to copy this right here, and it's important. This is our lifetime. We never change this. This never changes, and yeah. All right, so I'm basically going to come down to this. I'm basically going to paste this here, and if y'all wondering where this folder is if you click this three dots, go to rename. It's Combat Man hashtag 2 26. This is basically the file we're using for the day. So we're using this one right here. So we're using this one right here. So 12 KBs 7:23 a.m. So we're using this one right here. So Combat Man Therese hashtag channel DNA hashtag 1. So we're using that one for the day. But yeah. So what I'm basically gonna do is I'm basically now gonna come over. And I'm basically going to paste this here. So what I just did was I pasted here. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Download. I'm going to go to DocX. I'm going to redrag it. So I'm going to redrag it onto here. So what content pillars is, it's your categories, content, identity for your niche. So you never change the content pillars. Content pillars is how you added, like AI basically comes up with the idea. So it needs those in order to have your niche in the right order. So like a few years ago, I didn't know none of this knowledge. I wish I figured this out back then when I first got started in YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for almost 10 years straight, so yeah. So I'm a YouTube coach, and I've been analyzing, taking notes, and practicing consistently every day to become good like this. So yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to basically do is, like I said, this file we're using right here, Combat Man Therese channel DNA hashtag 1. Alright, so we're using this result folder right here. So what I'm basically going to do is go to this right here. I'm going to basically drag this into here. So I'm going to drag it. Alright, so I'm going to go to here. And what I'm basically now going to do is basically tell it to use my results. So my first one is my channel identity. My second one is the results to the angles I found in search. Let me know if they're oversaturated or is they good with high demand. If so, extract them to my title formulas and don't reinvent my formulas. Extract them to my winning 1 of 4 title formulas. And yeah, I want to use those formulas only. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I just want to use the ending angles that my competitors are using. I sent you. So yeah. So make me the transformative titles, reverse engineer this great. But yeah, make it fast in the HTML and scan the YouTube data. Alright, so we're just gonna basically do is scan the YouTube data, and we basically gonna send it. We're gonna hit this arrow send, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna basically we're allowing AI to basically go through the YouTube data to basically find out of stuff. So what I'm basically gonna do is basically go over to my main channel, and what I like to do is just make it way better. Is I like to just go to your channel. I like to just copy this URL. So I like to just copy this URL. I'm gonna minimize it. And what I'm basically going to do is come back over there. I'm going to just now paste it. So I'm going to just now paste it. So I'm going to say my channel. So we're just going to give AI my channel URL. So AI could basically know it's trained. So when we gave our title from this, so it's trained to actually extract the angles winning from our competitors that put it on our title from our template. So extract the winning angles that are not oversaturated, but with how the man still that is a gap in the market, but and extract it to my winning title formulas I gave you. And yeah, don't reinvent the wheel. Let's do what's proof of proven. So what's basically proof of proven is we seen it basically went viral on our competitor's channel. We're going to basically take his angle and extract it to our title from us. So we're going to bring it to a new angle. We're just bringing it to a new angle, but we're keeping the same angle. So I'm going to say keep the same exact. So I'm basically going to tell. So keep the same exact. So keep the same exact angle words that made my competitors viral. Just don't reinvent new words. Just bring it to a new angle, but use my formula, but keep the winning ending angles that made them viral. So yeah, do it quick. And yeah, alright, so what we basically just did was we gave it this, and it's not going to reinvent the wheel. It's going to use what's already proven, but it's going to basically let us know like the opportunity and the demand, so we're not like using oversaturated titles, so we don't get view jail. So that's why we're basically doing it. So we use what's already proof, because I just showed y'all that we seen it in search that proof and it's proven. So we scroll down, you can see right 100,000 views, 1.2 million. So the thing is, we don't want to see like everybody in search using the same wording, because if the AI picks that up, we could basically get view jail. So we don't want to do that. So if there's multiple channels and search using the same exact wording, we find a new angle but was proven, and show me the original video and my transformative title so I can stay viral. But yeah, and have proven and not bad ideas and high demand and not weak demand topics. And I tell y'all this a lot with YouTube. There's demand and there's and what I'm gonna say. So there's demand and supply. I want to go to a angle that has low supply, meaning not a lot of channels are posting about it, but has high demand on smaller channels, less than 100K. So yeah, or more, to better my chance. Or look for me what's proven. I don't want to have weak ones. Send me the URLs exact targeted competitors title and my transformative one on the HTML. Please, I need proof and views and see actual results. Alright, so what it's gonna basically do is we basically just gave it that, and what we basically just told it was we want to see actual proof of the competitor's views, and we want to see actual results that angle is actually working, and it's not giving us like that out angles, but we see, and basically let me explain it. So what high supply, what high demand is in low supply, we don't want to go to high supply. We want to have low supply. Low supply meaning not a lot of channels are basically doing a lot of videos on it, but there's high demand meaning people want, the market is hungry to see this type of content. So that's what we're basically looking for. We're looking for high demand like angles, like when we just paste it, but we're looking for low supply, meaning there's not a lot of channels posting about it, and there's not channels over 100K, because look, like I said, if there's channels over 100K posting with that direct angle, it's gonna be hard for us like basically go viral for it. So it's gonna be everybody in search using the same wording, and YouTube's gonna see that. There's nobody bringing no different variation to it. But yeah, so I'm gonna basically say I don't want to do one where it's a crowded angle. So we basically just want to tell the AI, I don't want to do one where it's a crowded angle because YouTube will see that everyone is using it and it will start to become oversaturated. Not good at all. All right, so the important part is we don't want to use it. We don't want to use one where it's like everybody using it. It's going to start to become oversaturated, which that's not a great thing. So yeah, so that's what that was for. All right, so what this is now going to allow us to do is basically show us proof that is working. So you see 4.2 million. All right, so you see 200. So yeah, so it's going to basically search through the keywords we gave it, and it's going to find us proof of the angle with high demand but low supply, meaning there's not a lot of channels posting about it, and we can have a open spot where for us to go viral. So I'm gonna basically go to this. I'm gonna say yeah. So I need proof. So I need proof, and yeah, it can be an angle that's crowded by only verified channels. This is bad. I need only smaller channels in the search results winning. Alright, so we need only smaller channels in the search results basically winning. So we just tell it this right here, yeah. So we give it that, and what it's gonna do is do everything it could, and you see that it went through and it basically extracted us this. So yeah, so we're gonna wait for it to fully load, and yeah, so you see right, so it's gonna basically give us this. So the summary angles are marked rejected or proof only. So the recommended low supply proven angles is wide, no more tanks. So proof 140,000 views with only limited. So yeah, so it's gonna basically go through this right here and search again, and it's basically gonna extract all these results basically on the HTML. So for us to basically go over. So that's what this video is for, chat, and it's not for the overcomplicate your brain. I basically want to show y'all ways to get better angles, because like I said, you go viral for having winning angles. You don't go viral for having shitty titles. There's a reasoning behind every title why it's going viral the way it is. So there's a reasoning. So, and most of these gurus like basically can't tell you, but yeah, and most of them want to sell a shitty ass course and get money out of you. They're not really here to really help you and really show you the good results like I show you. So actually go on and beyond. I stay up all night just to analyze this shit to get this shit done for y'all. So yeah, so like I said, the method's here, and you guys needed it, because I seen a lot of you guys, your packaging be good, but your angles basically be weak. So your angles be the reason why you don't go viral the way you want it to. So you see, so your formula is why. So you can see, so it just basically gave us these ideas why the Navy da. So you see, so what I'm basically gonna do is search this right here, and we're gonna basically just take this right here and search, and we're basically going to search this over here. So I'm gonna just take this right here and search, and we're basically going to search this right here. All right, so you see right here, 32 overall score. We basically want to go to videos, and we can see that not a lot of channels are basically using this. And let's go to shorts. All right, so yeah, so we basically want to do, so you see 500,000 right here, 15 million. So yeah, so we want to look for where it's not a lot of channels using the same exact wording. So my thing is, if they're using the same exact wording, if they're not using the same exact wording, it's basically a gap for us. We could go ahead and post a video on it, and we're more likely going to get pushed. So that's the whole point. So the whole point is basically finding the gap in the market where not a lot of channels are using the same wording, and it's easier for us to basically go viral. So that's what I was basically showing y'all and telling y'all. And like I said, the prompt will be in the description below where you can check it out at. So you don't got to keep asking me, oh, is it? So don't worry about the starting words right here. We're more likely worry about is we're worrying about the angle. So we're worrying about the angle. So if we basically go to right here, if we exit this out, and we don't care over here that, meaning we basically brought a new angle, we added new titles to it. We don't care what this keyword. So we just go to searches. We don't care that. What we want to see is that not a lot of channels are basically in search using the same exact title. So if they're not using this same exact term right here, it's easier for us to get pushed. So that's called a gap in the market. So if you guys wonder, oh, really? That's called a gap in the market, meaning that not a lot of channels are using that. It's easier for us to go and use it. We're more likely going to get pushed quicker. So it's easier for the algorithm to see that, oh, he's not doing everything everybody else is using. So it's important that you really take ideation serious, and it's important that you do this because, like I don't even want to sell y'all no course. I want to keep teaching all these ways because I'm teaching myself how to better, and y'all are getting better too. So yeah. So I'm not just teaching me. I'm teaching y'all too. And my goal is to get it with this YouTube money in the future. If I do get paid a lot of money in the future, my goal is to get my own crib and buy a new gaming PC to give y'all this type of content. So give y'all as much growth videos and yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna just go ahead and relog in, and yeah. Alright, so I should be able to turn the light off now. It's daytime. Yep, it's daytime, so I should be able to turn it off now. Alright, so we're just gonna sign it back into our Gmail. It signed us out, but it's cool. So we're just gonna sign back into it, and yeah. Alright, so guys, this will be on the HTML link. This will be on a Google Docs link where you can check it out in the description, and it will be sitting in the description forever, so where you can go back and rewatch it, and my videos will stay up forever. But yeah, so like I said, guys, that's all I have for y'all, bro. And yeah, so you see right here. So let me also download this and show you proof that, so you don't think, oh, Tavise, you're a fucking scammer, bro. Oh, you're not legit. Let me show y'all proof. So you see right here. So news right here, winner. So you see 200,000 views, 30K right here. So we see proof. And this is never no visible content. So we don't want to go against channels with over 100K because, like I said, if there's channels over with 100K competing with that angle, it's gonna be hard for us to really stand out. So yeah. So what I mean by angle, I mean same angle words right here. So yeah. So there's not a lot of channels in the search results with over 100K, and it's easier for us to go viral. So you see right here, why Chinese troops were. So we go to right here, order. We go to open this video up. So you see right here, we go to let display.
Mono Island, Treasury Islands.
And you don't gotta worry about doing this animated text. There's really no hard editing needed for these niches. So if you're wondering, there's no hard editing needed for these niches no more. So yeah, so you see 200,000 views, 30.7K subscribers, 30.7K subscribers, and let me just go ahead and lower my mic just a tiny bit. But yeah, so I just want to have my mic loud where I could basically hear it. Let me go ahead and lower it just a tiny bit, and hopefully that'd be good. All right, yeah. So you see right. So why Japanese? All right, yeah. So all right. So you see why Japanese troops were ordered to never shoot. And yeah. So we're basically gonna go to here. All right. So if we basically go to search, so. Let's go back to here. All right, let's go back to here. So let's open this up again. All right, so we're gonna basically download this. We're gonna just download this right here. And we're just gonna open it up right here. All right, so you guys see we have proof here, proof. So you see, want to go angle? We have this. So you see right here. So the builder soldiers were ordered to shoot this. So you see right here. So this is want to go angle. So this is what the angle is basically is. So you see right here. So I want to go angle. So if you guys don't know what this basically means, I could basically go back and have browse understanding. So better explain what this means for a beginner in the HTML if I'm new to this word. So if you're new to it, it's going to basically go ahead and, because some things that AI says I don't really know, so it'd be hard for y'all to basically understand it. So what you're going to do is go back to browse users and basically have it better explain it, because like I said, I try to do this for y'all beginner friendly to make it as easier for y'all. So I mean, YouTube is a hard game. I try to do everything I could for y'all, but yeah. So you see exact winning ending right here, bank is we have what are the truths, but yeah. So it's basically going to go through. It's basically going to update this HTML and make it beginner friendly, so easier for us like to basically read. Because like I said, with our minds, all our minds are basically different. So we think different as humans. So yeah, so it's going to make it easier for us like read. But yeah. All right, so you see right here, it's going to go ahead and basically give us this. We're just going to download this. We're going to open this up over here. So. And like I said, if you guys were ever struggle, beginner friendly, so you see right here, it basically gives us beginner meaning. So during a Pacific battle right here, Japanese troops. So it's basically like the angle, the story of what's going on. So you see simple story promise right here. So it's basically for the story that basically come out with the title. So you see right here, we have these titles right here. So if we go to search, our goal is to go to search, and if we paste this. Alright, so we paste this right here. So why Japanese troops were ordered to never shoot the guy on the. Alright, let's go back. So let's scroll up. So on it better. So you see right here. So it says basically found these, and yeah. So we're gonna scroll down, and what I'm basically gonna have it do is, you see I put our competitors title right there, our competitors channel. So this is keep the proven ending structure, order never shoot, order never to shoot the, so let's go back. So keep the proven ending structure, order never to shoot the guy on a bitter, so this is the click is strange battlefield. So guys, I'm gonna leak you out the sauce real quick. So what these viewers are clicking for is basically an angle. So the angle is more like a reason. They don't give a fuck about the starting words. They care about the angle. They come there for the story. So yeah, sorry, come up for the language, but they basically come there for the ending angle, and that's what's getting the click. I mean, a lot of these people aren't going to tell you this, but me sitting there, me practicing a lot, I'm seeing this and I'm noticing this for myself. So yeah, it's basically a lot of channels doing it across multiple channels. So you see right here, we see if we see this search. Why the Japanese? So yeah, so you see, so sometimes you basically want to catch angles before they do get flooded, because you know they start to get flooded with copycats. So if we go to here and we see, so why the Japanese troops? So if there's more than at least 15 channels in the search results doing the same thing, we basically want to skip it and get a new title. So we skip it and get a new title. So we go to this one right here, and what I'm also going to have the AI basically do is give us multiple title from a title example. So what I'm basically going to have it do, give me multiple transformative title ideas at the bottom. Most of the angles are packed. I need multiple ideas. Please update HTML. Same HTML. So it's basically going to go through and update it with the same words. So we could be, you see where we go to search this, we go to videos. You can see if we go to recently uploaded, you can basically see, so rider armor right here. So you can see there's nobody really in search using those right here. It's basically a gap in the market. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for where it's not like more. If you only see more than one channel using the same wording, you skip it. You go to a new angle. So what I mean by the same wording, I mean if they're using this right. So if they're all using the same words right here and it all looks the same and it don't look no difference, we basically go to a new title format. So yeah, so a new angle. So yeah, new angle. But yeah, so it's gonna go through and it's basically gonna update this for us. But yeah. It says updated. So what we're not gonna do is re-download this, and we're basically gonna open this up here, and you guys see that we see it. So you can see, so this is more titles, same angle but proven. So you see right here we have this why the U.S. aiming. So yeah, so it's the same angle. It's like same. So these keeping the winning contributions but change the promise enough to avoid copying the original video. Starts with the started option. So yeah, so we keep the broad appeal, and yeah. And I'm sorry if so I'm sorry if this messes up your brain a bit, but it's really how you get better. All right, so you see right here, wow. So this is a great sign. Yep. So what we're looking for is this. So you see right here. So we see this right here. So why the U.S. Army sent the armed bulldozers into the front line. So you see right here. So if we go to search, we can see that there's only one channel using it, and there's not multiple users. So this right here is what we're looking for. So we're looking for this, and this could basically work for us. So if we go to right here, and that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for multiple channels using the same exact angle. It's going to be hard for us to basically go viral for that. So I'm waking up and I'm seeing the mistakes and I'm bettering it. So yeah, so you see right here. So we go to videos. We go to videos. So you see very low right here. So yeah, so you see right here. So if we go to average subscribers right here, you see over 200K eyes, views over 1.8 million. But yeah, so we go to search. All right, so you see right here. So 17,000 views. Over 100K, so we ignore this, but yeah, so as long as there are not multiple channels using the same exact angle, like I said, we're good. It's a win for us. So yeah, you see voter search, there's not multiple channels using the same exact angle, so again, it's a win for us. So you see right here, there's only one right here. So you see 32,000 views, 2,000 subscribers. So this is proof. So that's exactly what I mean. So you want to catch angles, you basically want to catch it before.
We got to the point where literally anybody.
It started to get pat.
This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the... October 12th, 1943. The North Bank...
Alright, so you see right here, so what this is basically an angle. So this is the angle, and this is the starting word. So the angle part is more likely why they're going right away they are. So, like I said, the angle matters more. If we go to first 24 hours, you can see 4.4K. If we go to over here, 100 view, it started from at least... 84 views, and it goes up and goes up and goes up. But yeah, so the reasoning why this channel went right away it did is from the angle. So, and I'm gonna basically show you that it is monetized. So no hard editing to it. But yeah, so you want to make sure that you're actually doing stock videos and you're doing images just so you're better chance to stay monetized. So you see you need 400,000 views. It takes at least 69 videos, and it took all this right here. So it usually takes a channel. So you can see it took them 1 month. So if you're posting at least to get to 69 videos, if you're posting at least he posts at least upload frequency 11 uploads per week. So 11 uploads per week, but yeah. So he does 11 uploads per week. So if we add that up right here, I don't know that at the top of my brain. So some of y'all probably don't know things at the top of your brain, which is fine. So I'm gonna go over there. As long as you're trying, that's the only thing I want you to do. As long as you're trying, you're gonna get better. So if you're not trying and you're basically complaining, if you're not trying, you're never gonna learn. So like I said, I don't care if you got flops. As long as you're trying, that's the only thing that matters. Ain't that right, Grandma? As long as you're trying, that's the only way you basically get better. So we're basically gonna go to this. Alright, so I'm gonna go to this upload frequency. I'm gonna see how many uploads is he doing on the month when this shows. How many videos is he posting every day, each week? So when it shows, what ChatGPT is basically gonna do is tell us the upload frequency. So you see right. So what he's doing right. So if the channel averages 11 uploads per week, that works out. So you see 11 uploads per week, 1.57 right here. So you see right. So uploads a day. So 2 uploads: Tuesday 1, Wednesday 2, Thursday 1, Friday 2. So you see Saturday 1, Sunday 2. So you see so that's total 11 uploads per week. So yeah. So like I said, if you're doing way more uploads, if you're doing 2 times each day for the whole week. So if you do, if I do 2 times or 3 times, how many is that for each day of the week? So if you're doing that right there, each day of the week, that maximizes that better your chance. So if you upload at least consistently every day for uploads per day, so you see 1 times, 2 times, right here, 3 times, that's like 21 per week. So right here, so you're leaving. So we add this up. So all right, so if we do this, how many videos are we leaving like that month for? So we're in the end of the month. So if we do this for 6 months straight, how many videos is that basically out? All right, so you see right here. So if you do 2 times per day, 14 uploads. It's 14 uploads per week. So if you do that right there, I said at least so in 6 months, 365 videos, 547. But I didn't notice at the top of my brain. Like I said, you want to use AI to basically help you. AI is here to help you, and yeah. So you see, if you use a simple 30-day month instead, so you do 2 times right here, 60 videos in a month. So yeah, so if you do 2 times a day, that's 60 videos in a month. If you do 3 times, that's 90 videos right there, and that's 540 videos. So yeah, so like I said, if you do 3 times, it's a better chance. But yeah, you don't gotta be exactly like the competitor. All right, so if that's basically 11 uploads per week, how many videos is that in a month? So that's basically, all right. So how many videos is that in a month? So monthly views 48. All right. So I'm asking. So how many videos is that in a month? In a month, when we end a month off, how many videos? All right. So you see. So if you do 11 uploads, that's 48 videos in 1 month. So the answer is 48 videos literally in 1 month. So I'm gonna go ahead and share all this ChatGPT link will be in the description along with the access to this. So this prompt right here will be in the description where you could just go ahead, you could copy it, and if you want to remove all this text at the bottom, you could just go in and do it. You go ahead and do it, and yeah. So you could just go to remove and then add the angle, add your channel, then get your channel information. But yeah, so you basically gonna get your competitor information, like your angle and the title of what I literally just did. So you just repeat everything I did. And we're not reinventing the wheel, making things hard. So you need at least 400,000 views to get your whole channel monetized itself. So 400,000 channel views. But to do that, you want to stick with the template. So I'm going to also be soon giving y'all a video on how to basically do your thumbnails with ChatGPT to maximize your chances to go viral. So if y'all don't know how to do that, I'll be also updating y'all with a full video on my main channel. So yeah, so like I said, so you see the one to go angle. So yeah, so this will be in the description as well, where you just go ahead and check it out at, and the link to this. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and basically go over to Google Drive, and like I said, don't fight with nobody. In the real, you get none from fighting. So if y'all whatever y'all go through, bro, just go through it alone, and you wanna get through it, man. You wanna get through it, and live your life up to the fullest extent. You only live once, so that's what I tell a lot of y'all. You only live once, yeah. In this day and age, in life, you gotta enjoy it while you're living, because like I said, guys, you only live once, and yeah. All right, so yeah, so life is too short, and yeah, so like I said, when you gone forever. There ain't no secret tricks to bring you back, and when God got you forever. So yeah, so enjoy each day as you get it. Bless God for waking up, but yeah. And I'm going to go to file right here. I'm going to go to docx. I'm going to basically drag this, and I'm going to put this right here so where you guys could check it out. So, like I said, go ahead and check it out and thank me later. And like I said, make sure you're implementing these ways. YouTube is going to feel hard at the beginning. It's going to feel hard. But like I said, as long as you are improving and you're not just sitting around and you're not chasing a girl or wasting time, you're going to be able to get things done. So, time is everything. And I mean, you live your life up to the fullest. And if you want to work a job and still do YouTube on the side, you can work that job and still do YouTube and still do this. Because like I said, YouTube is making things easier. And I talked to a YouTube rep. They said there's no longer nowhere other than needed. So if I wanted to, I could use basically the framework of what blew up Arm Stories, and I could blow up my two military channels. It's not going to be guaranteed. I could try to blow them up to 1 billion views, but it won't be able to happen in 1 year. So it took him at least to get to there. He been in this game for a minute. So if we go to years right here, we can see this. So if we go to copy this right here, he been in this game for at least. Now I want to say this too. Your competitors are old heads. Most of them are old heads. They've been doing YouTube for a minute. So don't compare yourself to their knowledge. Everybody's skill set is different. Everybody thinks different. Everybody types different. Everybody do things different. So yeah. So with the prompts is going to help you. But yeah. And the video stayed up on my channel forever. So you see, so you've been in this game for 2 years. So like I said, your competitor's been in for 2 years. You basically want to implement what's already valid from you. Like get better. You take his angles, but bring it to see if it fits your 1 of 4 title formats and your 1 of 4 players. And that's the only way you're going to basically win. But you want to make sure it's not over 2 years. It got to be recent. So yeah, it got to be recent, and it can't be over 2 years old. If it's over 2 years old, the demand for that angle is already oversaturated. But yeah, so and I said angles do get over packed up fast. So yeah, so you can see right there's 1.6K. So like I said, I could try to at least get at least 500 videos on the channel. But like I told you, the reason why I be really scared because they've been striking me, and I go to use clips. The owners come after me, strike me, and yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna try to post more, but I have the amount of ways, and y'all seeing it, and I'm showing y'all all my ways. I have the amount of ways to go around. So don't think that I'm lying to y'all, bro. I have the amount of ways, and y'all told me to. The real reason why I be so scared to like post so much because I don't want to get all my channels to get terminated, and then I basically can't get them back. So yeah. So and you know what? And I never had that happen, but I had my channels get striked. So my channels get striked for using other people's clips. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to avoid that and try to basically work through that. But yeah, and at the age in life, things happen for a reason, and we better. So you see right here, if we go to first 7 days, he has gained 6 million views right here. There is 41 million views, which is insane. So that's what you basically want to look for. So he's right, he's uploading at least 1 upload per week. So yeah, so it's 1 upload per week. And yeah, so I'm out. And if you want to start doing 3 times right here or 4 times, so what you want to start doing is averaging 3K, 5K, 10K. You don't want to be stuck at 1K to 2K view. If you're stuck on a 2K view that means that you're trying. You need better angles. You need better angles, and yeah, the angles are the reason why you go viral the way you do. So yeah, you need better angles and better. Sometimes it just be your hooks. Your hooks are not matching up with your titles, but I showed you how to get one of 4 repeatable hook types, and yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this competitor script. There's really no secret to it. And like I said, YouTube's a privilege. YouTube is a blessing, but guys, if you guys practice, it's the only way you're gonna basically get better. So, like I said, I'm gonna show you my competitor script. So. The script, again, there's no, I'm going to show you his most popular one right here. So, if we go to his 14 million view one again, if we go over here, if you go to paste, you can see that the script matches with the title. So, your title don't directly have to be at the starting of your script. I mean, it helps. So, as long as you're a few words from your title is in your hook, YouTube AI will basically pick it up. So the AI system will basically pick it up for you to get it pushed. So yeah. So you see why did China built fake U.S. Navy aircraft? So you see right here. So you don't gotta put your title directly at your starting of your script. I mean it helps, but you don't have to. If you have 1 of 4 hook types, as long as it's like in your hook, that's the only thing YouTube is basically looking for to push it to the right audience group. So yeah. So I'm out, guys. Like I said, make sure you improve these ways. No courses being sold, and yeah. So this HTML link is also, like I said, is right here. So if you need it, go ahead and check it out. It's right here, and yeah. So if I stop uploading for a few days and come back to upload, I've been uploading consistently on this coaching channel, giving you as consistent methods as possible. But yeah, so And I'm trying to stay more consistent for y'all every day and more. But I'm gonna try to post more on my Facebook channel because y'all do want to see real results. But I know everything I'm talking about. Everything I'm saying is legit. So if you think everything I'm saying is a fraud, it's not. Everything I'm saying is legit. So I'm out, but yeah. So if I basically show y'all one of my competitors' scripts, there's no secret to the script. If we go to 11 million view script, we basically go to here. All right, so we basically go to extract transcript. Y'all guys can basically see. So the best U.S. aircraft force landing. So you see right here. So if we go to this right here, this is why I use it. So you see right here. So this is why you should compare. So you see right here. So he basically makes sure that he put a few words literally from his title into a script. So that's what YouTube is basically looking for. So YouTube do not care if you're basically using. So let me show you again. So let's go to edit. So you can see. So you can basically see. So this is why you should never compare U.S. aircraft force. So you see right here. Just as long as you're like few words is like at the beginning, it helps. So your exact title don't gotta be at the beginning, but I mean it helps. So it helps you to better your chance to go viral. So you don't have to do it, but as long as the keywords are at the beginning for your script, it better the chance of you basically getting pushed to keep getting that consistent APV. So yeah, so I'm out, and yeah, I'm gonna see you on the next video. And you need 1 of 4 permanent title from them don't change. So yeah. So again, guys.